So I've been talking about the glasses I ordered from Zenni Optical, my sponsor. Now, I've never ordered glasses online before. I didn't trust it, to be honest. But mine had a scratch, and Zenni was my sponsor, so I kind of sort of had to do it, right? I mean, I can't tell you about it if I haven't done it. So my previous thinking was, prices are too cheap. These can't be good. I'm not going to like them. I'm picky. I take that back. Mine costs about $70, and I can't tell the difference from the $500 pair I purchased 2 months ago. By the way, my wife likes them too. She said they look good on your face, and I want some too. And at about $70 or less, I can buy them. I am surprised, and I'm a customer. Zenni Optical has prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. Go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription. They'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And Zenni has that virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frames look on your face, and that is very cool and confidence building. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now it's time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out pretty quick, so don't sit on this. Go to Zenni.com/podcast, promo code podcast15. Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, what's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me? Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away.
Never give up, fighting till the end, gotta get back up. No time for loss, fighting till the end, no matter what the cost. Keep moving, gotta get back up, what? Keep moving, gotta get back up. Keep moving, gotta get back up, what? Keep moving, gotta get back up.
How are you? Happy Monday. Come on in. Did you have a good weekend? I did. I had a weekend with my grandson, the oldest one. I've got several of them now, a lot of them. He's 11, and he's finally hit that tween stage. And it's so awesome because he's a little sarcastic now. He kind of gives it to Grandpa, G-Pa, as he calls me. But now he's 11. I can give it back, and we can spar all night long. It's so fun. I've been waiting my whole life for this. First 10 years are okay. 11, it's awesome. So there's a question I've asked myself for a very long time. I did not create this to help coach. I didn't. I created it to help me figure me out one day. And a little later on, I started asking it to some other people that are looking for their passion, their purpose, their meaning, and to create a legacy in their life. And I stumped them. And a lot of people to this day still do not understand how to answer this very specific question. I'll give it to you today, and I'll explain to you how you can answer it and where I think it comes from, okay? Hang on, it's coming up. It's a daily boost from motivationtomove.com. The positive boost you need every single day since 2006 doing this thing. A very simple idea. The idea was, is there a way that we can be happy, motivated, upbeat, make money, the whole thing, be a good citizen, be a good husband, good father, all that kind of stuff? Can we do all that stuff? And can we still be good to ourselves and still think of ourselves and accomplish our own dreams? Can we do it all? Can we have the balanced life that we all seek? Well, the answer is no. You cannot have a balanced life. Balance is completely impossible. Balance is dynamic. It's always changing. You'll never get to a static status. Would that be the word? To get to the point where you have a balanced life. But we can learn to kind of dance the balance, if you will. And that's what the show's all about, to help you figure out the moving parts of your life to get what you want and just have a nice life. My name is Scott Smith. Good to have you. Thanks for stopping in today. On Mondays, I always ask a very simple question. We start the show every single Monday with this. If you won't do this homework, as I call it homework, if you won't answer this one simple question, you're doing yourself a big disservice. Because if you won't take the time to ask yourself, how's my life going? And then take just a couple of minutes to sit back and think about it for a second and ponder the answer that you get, It sucks. It's awesome. It could be in between. But if you don't take the time to do it, how are you going to fix it? So when the show's over today, sit back, take a couple of minutes, and just ask that one question. How's my life going? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it in the middle? At the very act of doing that, you won't have to do anything else. The very act of doing that will cause your subconscious mind to start to ponder it, and you'll start to look for the answers to make corrections that you need to make. How's my life going? The question I said I was going to ask you today is something I've asked for a very long time. It confuses a lot of people. I forgot that it confused people. I started my Face Your Passion coaching program up again about 3 months ago, and it's been man, has it been fun. But in the program, I'm working with a whole bunch of people, and in the module I have them working on when they first come in the door, I put together a bunch of questions I thought would get them going. Not questions I thought would make them work hard. Really what it was about is, can we get them to open up so they can find their passion in life? That was it. And frankly, I worked really hard at it, and it finally came down to a very simple question. I'll get the question in just a second here. But the reason I got to the question started when I was 16 years old. My brother took me to work one day. He was about 4 years older than I was. He worked in Washington, D.C., and he took me downtown in the summertime to make some extra bucks as a teenager. And it was an office building. So we drove downtown. It was kind of fun. I was excited. I went up the elevator. I went inside. This is going to be an exciting day. I cannot wait to go make some money downtown in the office building. That's what I heard is so fun. That's what people do. I get in there and there's nobody saying anything. It's dead quiet. They're all sitting at their desk in their cubicles. They're just kind of, I didn't get it. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, let's liven this place up. Let's turn the radio on. So I turned the radio on. And then the mean old fuddy-duddy adults came out and said, you can't have the radio on, turn the radio off. I'm like, what? I didn't last another day. I had to stay till 4 or 5 that day. But I had one question in my mind. Is this all there is? At 16 years old, I was already asking the question. I didn't know what it meant deeper than that. I just looked at that and I said, no. See, sometimes you know what you want, but more importantly, you know what you don't want. And I think that's the most important thing. When you know what you don't want, you can steer yourself to what you do want, right? So that's guided my life, my entire life. And as I worked through my life, I began to work on my purpose and the things that I thought would work well for me. I began to explore the possibilities. I began to reach out and say if I could explore what was possible for me, that I could try some things on. If it worked, that was fine. I would explore what was possible and go for it. And as I did that, I would explore things. But, it seemed like everything was possible and everything caught my interest. And I found myself going down all these different pathways that I didn't like. I wonder why. So one day, I asked myself this question. What do I do when I'm doing me? I thought about it first, then I said those words. And it really stopped me in my tracks. And then I began coaching with that question. I would say, what do you do when you're doing you? When nobody tells you what to do, when you have no previous plan, when you're not doing what you think you're supposed to be doing, when you're just doing you, when you shut down, when your default mode network brain kicks in and you're just being who you are. Who is that? Now, when I presented this to my Face Your Passion people, in the form of a module that they're sitting down to do and an exercise I took them through, and I asked that question, gave them about a minute to answer, they were lost. Suddenly it was like, whoa, what I'm doing me, I'm at work, or I'm improving myself, or I'm a mom, or all of which could be right. But they were perplexed by it, as I was. And over time, I used to think it was saying, well, what do you do when you're doing you? Well, I'm doing a podcast. That's what I do. Scott does a podcast. Scott coaches. Scott talks. I do like to talk, by the way. Usually, if I'm being me, my mouth is probably flapping. Lots of things I could be doing. But I thought, okay, is that really it? Is that really the reason I'm seeking this? What do you do when you're doing you? Nobody tells you what to do. There's nobody in your ear influencing you like I am right now. You didn't read a book yesterday, and you're still bouncing high on that book that you read and all that stuff you learned. When you got a moment in time, nobody's telling you what to do. You're not even thinking what to do. Your mind's just going autopilot. What do you find yourself doing? I will tell you, I believe that to be the secret to finding happiness in life. What you default to is most likely what you do. Everything else is probably something you decided to do, and that's okay if you want to do that, but I'm just saying, who are you? And so over a long time, I kind of whittled it down. I said, when I'm me, when I'm in my natural state, I'm just kind of a peaceful, content, happy guy who likes to think about the world and stuff. I like to figure stuff out. I don't like to do things necessarily. Don't have to follow through on everything. I just like to be peaceful and happy. I like to think about how things work and try to figure it out. I like to put thought into things. I'll watch things. I'll pay attention to people. That's why I'm in this business, because I'll sit down and just think about stuff. And for the longest time, I thought, well, that's not enough, man. You got to be aggressive. You got to go after. What's the big-ass goal you're going for? That's what you do when you're doing you. You run after the big-ass goals, and everybody says that's what you do when you're doing you. You run after the big stuff you say you want in life, and I say, well, why aren't you doing it? Why are you looking forward to that time off? You get back to spend some time with yourself. If everything else around you is running so hard and so crazy and so fancy, and you think that's what it got to be, and yet at the end of the day, when you're just being who you are, who is that person? Some people just think. Some people like to sit around, just relax and pet their dog. Some people like to pray. I don't know what it is, but I will tell you this. When you can figure out who you are when there is no expectation from anybody else or you on you, when you find that place that you're just an idol, and you're just okay with it. When you find that place, you found your place. I can tell you this, anybody I've ever seen that dials into who they are on the inside, how they operate, what they think, their beliefs and their values, and what's really important to them, and they focus in on building their entire life to allow that space, and more importantly, their entire life to allow that space to exist no matter what they do. You got the magic now. So if you have the courage and you're willing to turn face into your courage, what do you do when you're doing you? That's what we do in Face Your Passion. If you're interested, just go to faceyourpassion.com and watch that workshop. Interested beyond that, you just shoot me a note and tell me. We'll talk. Maybe you can get in the group. It's up to you. Have a good day. I'm going to see you here tomorrow. I'm going to go do something that I would always do when I'm just being me.
Keep